Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is January 29, 2022. Let's take a look at top stocks with a heavy short ratio. So we'll start with the market update. Then let's look at top stocks with a heavy short ratio. And progressively let's look at better companies as we go forward. So with that, just a quick update here. Market is shifting, as you all know. The same strategy we used last time will not work completely. So we got to be careful. We got to shift with the market. So with that, let's jump in and get started. So as you see here, we got a few top stocks with a heavy short ratio. At the top, we got Big Five Sporting Goods. It's really having a short squeeze at this time. And we got BTBT. It's also trying to have a short squeeze. Camping World, one of my favorite. It's also doing great. And then we got Chewy, AEO, and we got Dick's Sporting Goods, all trying to have a short squeeze as we speak. So with that, let's jump in and look at a few more details. So we'll start with the stock news here. From a stock news perspective, look, we had a great Friday here. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained more than 500 points, best day of 2022. And we got Goldman Sachs here. They're predicting 5 rate hikes in 2022 versus 4 previously expected. So that's not great news here. That's why don't think this market will continue to rise, because there is a Fed here trying to raise the interest rates 5 times. You got to be a little bit careful here. One of the good strategies is to buy the dips, and if you are confident or if you are savvy trader, you could also short when the market is too hot, like Friday, and look at some weak stocks and buy some put options. That's another strategy you could take a look at. And then you got here inflation. As you see here, we got inflation. So inflation and labor worries, it's a triple whammy. There's a supply concern, labor worry, inflation. That's why small businesses are hit hard here. And then we got tech stocks here. They had a great day on Friday, but we got to be careful here as there are more and more rate hikes in play. You got to be a little careful. I think best strategy is to buy the dip day like Friday. Take some profit off the table and buy the dips. That's a good strategy at this time. And as you can see here, Amazon.com down big time. I've been buying Amazon slowly. It's completely undervalued here. I think it's a good one to buy here. So with that, let's go into a little more detail. As you can see here, we got a Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is a one-day chart, as you can see here. Look, nice performance. Especially look at the close here from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We had a great run here. And same story with NASDAQ as well as S&P 500. It's one of the best days in 2022. So that's why on these best days, typically volatility is low. So you could take advantage of that, buy some put option. So that way when the market drops, you can make some money. You can sell the put option that you bought. So with that, as you can see here, we got a lot of advancing stocks and very few declining stocks. That's always a good story. And let's go into a little more details. All right, now let's look at what's going on from a sector perspective. As you see here, even up here, we got technology right here. As you can see here, technology is still great. Look at the 5-year performance. Folks will get concerned about a one-day performance at times or a month performance. Look at 5-year performance. Technology handily beat all other sectors here. That's why whenever technology drops like this, buy some good names. Don't worry about short term. Buy some great names. We got great names: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook. There are some great stocks here. Don't worry, and buy some great stocks on the down days. And if you're not too confident about individual stocks, buy some ETFs. Buy QQQ, SMH, XLK. They will also do very well, so take advantage. And as you see here, next we got here Healthcare. So healthcare is also a great one here. As healthcare goes down, buy some great healthcare ETFs. As an example, we got XLV, we got IBB, which is a biotech, XPI, and there are some great healthcare and biotech stocks. You could buy them too. And then you got consumer cyclical here. Look, it's done great in 5 years. You could take advantage of short-term downturn. Look here, 1 month is down big. You could take advantage of those and buy some good consumer cyclical stocks and go from there. That's how I play it. So that way you always have big picture, longer term horizon in mind. So with the longer term horizon, then you're buying shorter term the weakness. So as example, technology by the weakness, healthcare by the weakness, and also we got here on the top, we got here consumer cyclical, by the weakness that will serve you very well. And of course, we got other sectors like we got basic materials, and we got here consumer defensive. You could do same approach here, take advantage of shorter term downturn here, buy the dips and hold on for a while. So with that, let's jump in here. So what's going on with the fear greed? So as you see here, now we are into 36. We are in the fear zone. As you can see here, I can see that this coming down a little more. It can even come down to maybe say 2025. So that will be good buying opportunity. That's why don't be too much excited about a huge big upturn on Friday. So we will have these type of dips going forward, and the fear gauge can come down from 36 to maybe 25 or 20. So that's why buy the dips, hold on for a while. Don't go into margin at this time. It's all not a good idea at all. So that's the strategy we use, and that will work. When the markets are good, everybody will do well. When the markets are not good, that's when you got to go after quality stocks and go from there. And same strategy we used in the past will not work. That's why you have to look at strategies like buying some put options and even shorting if you're confident on the good days like yesterday or Friday. So with that, let's jump in and look at what's happening to greed and fear over time. As you see here, we got greed and fear. Whenever greed is at the top here, market promptly comes down. This is like an oscillator, as you can see here. So when the greed is on top, market oscillates, comes down big time. Now we are down here. It can come down a little more, say up to 20, then promptly will start going higher. So that's what I kind of think what will happen, especially given it's a Fed is driving the market. That's why we got to worry about the rate hikes. That's why market can come down and greedy fear index can come to around 20, and then it can go higher. So that's why buy the dips. Don't get too much excited on these good days like Friday. So with that, let's go into a little more details. Let's go to Thinkorswim platform from TD Ameritrade here and see what's going on in the futures market. As you see here, we got S&P 500 futures. Look, it's below 200-day moving average, and it's trying to bounce off of 200-day moving average, as you can see here. So at this time, I think it's good to buy the dips. I would say days like Friday, take some off the table, and bad days, keep buying some dips. That's the strategy here. And if you're confident on the down days, you could slowly buy some call options, maybe say 3 months out. And on the good days, you can sell off those call options. That's another good strategy you can do. And if you're confident on the good days like Friday, you could slowly buy some put options. And on the bad days, you could sell them off. And then we got your Nasdaq, same story. Look, it's dropping down big time here, and it's trying to go up a little bit. So I think there are great bargains here. We could look at some of those as we go forward. And then you got Dow Jones Industrial Average. Look, it's also below 200-day moving average. It's closed about 200-day moving average. That's a good sign here. And then you got Russell 2000. Look, it's down big time. It's squarely below 200-day moving average. It's actually bearish right now. So with that, let's look at the bond market and see what's going on in the bond market. All right, from a bond market perspective, we got bonds trying to go slightly higher, as you can see here, and interest rates are it's actually nicely high, as you can see here. That's causing issues to the stock market, and oil is jumping high, 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 as you can see here. You got to be careful with the oil here. It's almost at the top here, and then you got here gold is coming down, as you can see here. It's a great buy here. One of the reason gold is coming down is the dollar is strengthening. With the interest rates going higher, the US dollar gets strengthened. That's why commodities like gold, they will undergo some pressure. That's why it's good to buy gold on these type of scenarios here. And oil also, it will be impacted by stronger dollar. Yeah, it will slowly happen. We can see at least one down candle here, but as the dollar gets strengthens, you could see oil coming down. So with that, what we'll do is we'll look at one more thing here. We'll look at VIX and skew and go from there. All right, so let's look at what's going on, a big picture in S&P 500, skew and VIX. So as you can see here, we got S&P 500. It's trying to come, it's down, as you can see here. It's trying to go higher slowly. At the same time, skew is below. It's a 132 here. That tells you market is, when the skew is high like this, market will always come down. Now skew is low. It can go a little more lower, and there will be turbulence in the market. The moment skew is low, it will have some impact. We will have some rallies. That's why buy the dips and sell the rallies and go from there. If you're savvy on the options, you could buy put options when the skew goes higher, when the market goes higher, and sell those put options when the market goes lower. You could do that strategy also. And also, if you're savvy on the options, you could also buy some straddles when the market is going higher, volatility is low, and you could sell those straddles when the market is turbulent, and you could make some money that way too. Look, VIX is going higher, as you can see here. So you got to be a little careful. VIX can go higher. It can go maybe say 30, 40, or even 50 for that matter. You got to be careful. Turbulent market, especially Fed-driven market. So with that, let's go in and look at a few more things here. All right, let's see what are these ETF, exchange traded funds, trying to tell us. As you see here, we got S&P 500 at the top here. Even after this huge drop and raise, look, S&P 500 is still stone throw away from 52-week high, just about 8% below 52-week high. And that's why you could expect some more turbulence as you go forward. It's not yet in the correction territory after this huge big run here. On the other hand, QQQ is in the correction territory, as you can see here. It's look, it's 13% down from 52-week high. Nice volume. And as you can see here, one more thing to notice here, as you see, look at the implied volatility. Right now, we can do very good money by selling some put options way below current stock price. That's a very good strategy. When the volatility is high like this, you could safely sell some put options on these ETFs and make some money. That's a good strategy, especially if you have a good buying power on some of your accounts. And then as you can see here, we got Dow Jones Industrial. All the major indices did very well on Friday. Look at the one-day race here. Nice upturn here. And the next thing I wanted to take a look at is right here. Look at dollar, UUP. It's a dollar index. Look, dollar is strengthening. Look, it's up in 5-day, and it's up in 10-day, 1 month. This is what happens when the interest rates tries to go higher. Dollar gets strengthened. That will basically show some impact on XLE, which is energy, and even XOP, which is oil. And you will have some impact on gold also, because as dollar strengthens, it will have some issue for commodities and also companies who do business outside US. So with that, let's look into a little more details here. We got some more areas, as you can see here. We got XLP. consumer staples as market is going higher. The high risk areas like technology and healthcare, they're going higher. That's why consumer staples is going higher, but not as much as other names like healthcare or technology for that matter. Gold is dipping as you can see here because dollar is getting strengthened. That's what is going on here. Look at the technology. Look at the bounce in one day. Wow, that's a great bounce here. I think it's it's a rocky market. That will be up and down as we go forward. As investors, we should stick with the strong candidates. It's not like last year's market when all the stocks go up. Whatever you hold, it will go up. But right now, you got to be a stock picker. Look at the strong candidates. And we got a few more as you can see here. Look, nice bounce in XLC. Think about all the beaten down stocks like Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest. They all went nicely, and home builders also doing very well. That's why right now, good strategy is to buy the dip, sell the bounce, and if you're confident, you can on the bounce you can buy some put options and sell them on the when there is a dip, or also you could buy some straddles when the market goes high, and you could sell them when they're down and volatility is high. So with that, let's jump in and look at stocks with a heavy short ratio. So this is just a pure list with a heavy short ratio where volume is more than 1 million shares. As you can see here, we got a few stocks here. The way I look at the stocks of late, because market is very turbulent, I pay close attention to last two columns here, which is Altman-Z score, which tells you is the stock financially stable. As an example, stocks with a low Altman-Z score, look at this here view. It's a very small dollar stock here. Look, its Altman-Z score is below 0. So you should avoid such names here. These names will work well sometimes, but when the market is tough, you should avoid names where Altman-Z score is at least below 2. If it is negative, completely avoid. And then you got a few more here. BFRI. I know a few of you asked me about this one. Look, it's got a negative 8.4 Altman-Z score. That tells you this can go out of business and cause you trouble. And on the other hand, we got a few one with the nice Altman-Z score here. Look, we got bird on top here. Altman-Z score is pretty good as you can see here. But the problem is overall score is very, very low here. That's why I like to look at the stocks where Altman-Z score is good, about 2. And overall score is at least in double digits, not in the single digits. So with that, you use that approach here, and as you see here, we got few stocks with a high Altman-Z score or little higher Altman-Z score. Look at the one here, HRTX, Heron Therapeutics. The problem with Heron Therapeutics right now is it's got a high, low Altman-Z score, so I would avoid that one here. So on the other hand, we got here, I think one more here, Blink Charging. So if you actually look through the Blink Charging here, it's trying to undergo a quick short squeeze in 1 day time frame. As you can see here, it's got a, let's see here, price to sales ratio is high, valuation is high, you got to be careful. And put call ratio is low. That tells you more call option buyers are buying the call option here. That's also good here. We like when in put call ratio is below 1. And overall score is 11. So stocks like this you can slowly buy, but I would prefer stocks with a lower price to sales ratio. Price to sales multiple is a little bit high for me here. So with that, we got one more here, Chinese name. So one more here, Big Five Sporting Goods. That's a good one, as you can see here. Look, it's got nice overall score 96. Altman-Z score is good. It's 3.4, about 2. As you look through here, it's done very well in 1 year and 5 year. Long-term story is intact, as you can see here. And as you scan through here, it's got 21 price to sales ratio is also low. So that's why you could take a look at stocks like Big Five Sporting Goods here. Take advantage of nice Altman-Z score and overall score. And Tiger is also okay. Problem with Tiger is Altman-Z score is very low. That's why you got to be a little bit careful here. And you got Romeo here. You could look at Romeo. It's got a double-digit overall score, as you can see here. And problem is the price to sales ratio is a little bit high for Romeo. So with that, let's jump in and look at a few more names here. So because the list is big here, I will not go through all of them in detail. You can look through this in your own spare time, but I will make few call outs here. Look, we got two names here. BTBT, as you can see here, and even OCGN. As you look through here, both of them got nice overall score, which is 32 and 58. BTBT being stronger. And as you scan through here from a valuation perspective, it's a low valuation on both of these names here. And as you can see here, OCGN and BTBT, they also have pretty okay when it comes to overall score. Altman-Z, I think you could look at these names here. They're also trying to have a uptick in one day. So you could look at such names here, given they got high score. And then you got Aurora here, AUR, as you can see here. AUR, this one doesn't have it. I think the one before here, Siri, I think I would avoid. This doesn't go up and down too much here. But if you want to make some small buck here, it's going higher. It also has a high short ratio, as you can see here, 25%. And we got Callan Petroleum. I think many of you know this stock very well. This one has got a little bit higher overall score. But look, their Altman-Z score is low here. They just have $4 million cash. So if you're a daredevil, so you could buy some Callan Petroleum. It's trying to have a nice squeeze, as you can see here. But understand it's a weaker stock because Altman-Z score is very low here. So with that, you could also look at stocks which are going higher in the short term, 1 day, 5 day. That tells you these stocks are trying to have a short squeeze as we speak here. So with that, let's jump in and look at a few more. We got a few more, as you can see here. I would say focus on stronger candidates. Example, you got CPH Camping World here. Look, nice overall score, 85. Altman-Z score is about 2. That's good also. And as you scan through here, it's got high put ratio, high short ratio, put call ratio. Look, this one has got a lot of put option buyer. Looks like market is bracing. Investors are bracing for this stock to go down. Typically, when this happens, the shorts can get squeezed and put option buyers can lose their money. That's why this could be a good one. It's trying to go higher, as you can see here, in 1 day, 5 day. And as you scan through here, valuation is also very low. You could go after such names here. And we got one more all the way, or two more here. Big lots, we talked about, even big lots is a good one here. Nice overall score. And stock is trying to go slowly higher. You could take advantage of this one too. And we got one more here, American Eagle. You could take advantage of this one too. American Eagle has got solid Altman-Z score. And also nice overall score. Stock is still going lower in 1 day, but in 5 days it's going higher. So you could buy American Eagle AEO here and take advantage of a nice situation here. As usual, look at 1 day, 5 day. If the stock is trying to go higher in 1 day, 5 day, and if the RSI is a little bit lower, you could take advantage. All these names have got low RSI and buy some. So with that, let's look at better way. What I do here is I progressively look at the stronger candidates. Here we got a positive gross margin, as you can see here. So these are not just short squeeze names. They got a positive gross margin. That's why these are a little better place here. Let's look at some of those. All right. So as you see here, all these names have got a positive gross margin. Keep watching the gross margin here. These companies are making money, positive gross margin. Top of the list, we got Allbirds. We talked about this. This company, as you can see here, has got nice Altman-Z score, but the overall score is low, and stock is trying to have a rally in one day. So it's not strong from an overall score perspective. But if you are a contrarian, you could go after such names here. But I say it's good to avoid such names, when the market is a little tough. So it's difficult to make money. On the other hand, we got here big five sporting goods. You could take a look at this one here, given a nice overall score, nice Altman-Z score. You could take advantage of that one. And you got BTBT. You could do the same thing here. It's a little more stronger. And look, it's also trying to go higher in one day. You could take advantage and buy some BTBT here. And you got one more, last but not least, Chewy here. You could take advantage of Chewy also. Look, double-digit overall score here. And the Altman-Z score is nice and high, 7.6. And it's also trying to go higher in 1 day and 5 day. That tells you it's having a small squeeze itself. As usual, keep watching 1 day, 5 day. That will tell you what's if it's going higher. If the stock has gone higher too much, for example, Smile Direct here, I say, don't buy. It's not worth your time at this time. Let it come down and then you can buy. When the stock goes high like this, if you're confident, if you're savvy, you could also short the stock or buy some put options. And you could play that way too, but stock being at $2, it's not worth buying put options here. You will not make much money. So with that, also watch insider and institutions. When the insiders institution both buy, for example, GitLab, that's a great one here. You could buy some GitLab here. Take advantage of this both insider and institution buying. I think it's a great company here. I know many folks using GitLab. It's into software, source code management. They will do very well. And as you see here, we got one or two more here with some institution buying, which is all bird here. So take a look at those also. So let's look at a few more here. Look, all of these have got nice positive gross margin, as you can see here, and also high short ratio. As you can see here, all of them got double-digit high short ratio. And take a look at overall score and Altman-Z score here, and focus on stronger candidates. As an example, we got here Camping World, we talked about this, and we got American Eagle, we talked about that one too. And keep watching 1 day, 5 day. If the stock is trying to go higher in 1 day, 5 day, that tells you the stock is trying to have a short squeeze here. You could look at buying some of those candidates here, given RSI is low. All right, so we got continuation here. Keep watching. So look, keep watching the insider institutions here. We got Cano here. Cano looks like there's a nice insider buy here. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so let's, as you can see here, Cano looks like insiders are buying Cano. Let's take a look at this one quickly here. And problem is it's got a little bit lower Altman-Z score, lower overall score. I would rather stick with the companies like Dick's Sporting Goods here. It's got a nice Altman-Z score, very sound here. Nice overall score, 98. It's also having a short squeeze, as you can see here. You could buy some Dick's Sporting Goods, which is a solid company, as you can see here. And then you got your FLWS stock came tumbling down last week. This one, I think probably we did not pick up Altman-Z and overall score, but it's a solid company. As you see here, net margin positive, company is making money. It's also bouncing nicely in 1 day. So you could take advantage of this one with a high short ratio. This should see a good bounce as you go forward. So with that, as usual, go after stronger companies. We got one more here, Canadian Pacific. It's a railroad, as many of you know here. It's got a nice Altman-Z, nice overall score, and also nice and high short ratio, 18%. You could take advantage and buy some Canadian, CP here. And we got one more or two more here. We got let's see here. We got a high overall score, as you can see here. That's the com stock here, $7 stock. Also, the problem with this one is a low Altman-Z score. I would probably skip that one too. So with that, let's even look at stronger candidates here. So in this segment, we are going to be looking at positive sales growth and positive gross margin. These are stronger companies and also low valuation. See, I love low valuation. This combination is even stronger. You could look at such candidates here. So as we see here, we got the list. As you keep watching the overall score and Altman-Z, we want Altman-Z to be over 2 and overall score to be at least double digit, higher the better. And we have few companies that we already talked about. Big Five is a good one here, nice score. You could take a look at that one here. And we got BTBT, we talked about that one too. That's also a good one here. And we got here Camping World, we talked about that one also. So with that, we got a few more. Let's look at one more time here. Callahon Petroleum, as you see here, looks like both insiders as well as institutions are buying. So you could take advantage of that one, even though score is Altman-Z's score is low here. Probably you could take advantage of that one here if you're a daredevil, given they don't have too much cash, as you can see here. All right, let's look at a few more here. As usual, keep watching what insiders are doing, what institutions are doing. As you can see here, look, we got EVFM 42-cent stock here. Looks like insiders are loading up on that one here. But the problem is financially it's not stable. As you can see here, Altman-Z score is negative. So you could look at stronger candidates that we talked about. We got Dick's Sporting Goods. You could take a look at that one here. And American Eagle Outfit, that also works here. So with that, let's look at a few more. All right, so it's a continuation, as you can see here. Keep watching Altman-Z score and overall score. We want the higher overall score and Altman-Z score at least more than 2 or maybe more than 1 also can work here. So with that, we can look at a few names and buy them. On the stronger candidate side, we got Kohl's here. Kohl's probably story done here. I would not be buying it up here because this company may be selling to private equity. So I say a story already played out. No point in buying here. RIOT blockchain, I think this is a good one here. You could take advantage here. It's got nice Altman-Z score and a nice overall score here. Stock is trying to go higher. You could take advantage and buy some RIOT blockchain here. And you got ANF here. You could take advantage of this one also. Look, nice overall score, nice Altman-Z. You could take advantage of that one too. And look, Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix, as you can see here, insiders are buying big time. Look here, I think insiders see a lot of value in Stitch Fix here. They are buying big time, high short ratio, as you can see here. This also has got a nice Altman-Z score, and double digit overall score, which is not great, but it's okay. So with that, we got one more here, Blooming. This also looks like institutions are buying, insiders are buying here. Blooming, it's okay. As you can see, Altman-Z score is above 1. Not great, it works. They got $76 million cash and a very high overall score. So with that, let's look at a few more and go from there. All right, now we are looking at best way to grow your portfolio. As you can see here, positive sales growth, positive gross margin, low debt. These companies don't have too much debt here. Low RSI, low valuation. Let's look at these names here. These are for a little more conservative folks who want to be a little more careful. So with that, let's look at some of those companies here. Look, we got few companies here. We got Beyond Meat, which is completely clobbered, as you can see here. Problem with Beyond Meat right now is, look, overall score is low, so that's why you got to be a little careful here. And I can see a bounce in this stock, but a lot of supply chain issues. Probably it's good to avoid. Let's see some evidence of stock going higher. Then we can look at that one here. On the other hand, Huron Therapeutics, this is only for daredevils. Look, it's got a not so great financials here. Altman-Z score is negative, but overall score is good. So if you're a little more contrarian, you could buy this one. It's trying to turn around. As you can see here in the short term, you could buy some HRTX against the natural wisdom, given they don't have too much money, negative gross margin, negative Altman-Z score. But looks like they do have cash here, $203 million, but negative Altman-Z score. And we got few more, as you can see here. You can do BTBT, that works here with the BTBT. As you can see here, it's got nice overall score as well as a good, good Altman-Z score also. And you could look at few more here. Camping World, we talked about that one. AEO, we talked about that one too. Dick's Sporting Goods also works. You could also do 1-800-Flowers, that will work too. And look, we got parts.com. This is one of my favorites here. It's down big time. You could buy parts.com also here. It's trying to have a short squeeze, as you can see here. You could go after that one also here. So with that, let's look at a few more. All right, it's a continuation. Keep watching inside an institution also. I may not be looking at all of them. Look at stocks with nice inside institution buy here. We talked about all these things already. And also look at the Altman-Z score and overall score. Higher the better. Let's fix this a little bit here. All right, so as you can see here, we want higher overall score. And Altman-Z score at least more than 2 is better, but more than 1 is also okay. We got a few names you could take a look at here. We got talked about Canadian Pacific, that works here. You could take advantage of that one. And we got a few more with the nice score here. As you see here, we got one more. That's the RIOT blockchain. We talked about that one too. And we got here United States Steel. This has been going down, but it's a good one to buy up here. Look, it's having a nice rally as we speak here. Nice short squeeze going on here. Same story. Real problem is Altman-Z score is low here, but they do have good cash. If you're a contrarian, you could buy some real. It's trying to go higher, as you can see here. So with that, let's go in and look at the continuation here. Keep watching here. All of these stocks have got nice high short ratio here. And look, positive sales growth, positive gross margin, all good one here. So you could take advantage. Keep focusing on high score and high Altman-Z. As you can see here, high max on top here, that works. Look, high Altman-Z score, high overall score. You could buy that one here. And you got Urban also, you could take advantage here. Look, it's got nice Altman-Z score and also nice overall score. And Livent LTHM, this one also works. You could take advantage of that one here and buy some Livent LTHM and go from there. And we got one more here, POW or MO, as you can see here. This also has got nice score. You could take advantage and buy some POW. It's also having a nice short squeeze as we speak here. And look, go to Chinese company. Look, Altman-Z score is negative. That's not a good sign here. So with that, let's look at a few more and go from there. So here we are talking about high short ratio and also nice growth grades and financial grade from Morningstar. This is also for the conservative investors. This got positive gross margin also. So let's look at some of those here. And also overall score is above 75. That tells you these are a little more stronger stocks. So with that, let's jump in. As you can see here, look at the overall score. All of these companies have got nice overall score. Altman-Z score is all more than 2. These are stronger candidates. Keep watching the sales here. Many of these have got nice sales growth here and nice gross margin. These are stronger companies, and many companies have got positive net margin also. I say, look at these candidates here. These are stronger candidates. RSI is also lower. So if you are a little more conservative, look at this list here. Given they got a nice overall score, nice Altman-Z and low RSI, you could take advantage of this and keep watching 1 day, 5 day. Many of these are going higher, as you can see here. You could take advantage of these names and buy them slowly and go from there. And keep watching. Some names have got high put call ratio, as you can see here. This typically happens when the short ratio is high. Some folks are afraid to short the stocks right away. That's why they will end up buying the put options, and that's why put call ratio is high for some of these names. As stocks go higher, the put option buyers also lose money, and the folks who shorted also lose money. And look, we got a great company here, IIVI. You could take a look at this one here and buy some IIVI. It's a great company, and we got a lot of great stocks. Look at the overall score, all nice and high. These are better candidates here. You could buy these names and take advantage. Look, we got 3D Systems here, DGD. That's also trying to go higher on Friday. Friday, I think it's all the stocks went higher, so we don't need to hang our hat on it. But look at the 5-day. Many stocks have gone up in 5-day also. You could take advantage and buy them slowly. Look, BTBT got clobbered in 5-day, but it's going higher on Friday, so it's also a good one. So with that, let's look at the next segment here. In the next segment, we'll look at stocks with a high short ratio, also TTM squeeze, which is the indicator from John Carter. And this has got nice gross margin here, low RSI, and also volume is more. Altman-Z score more than 1 tells you that these are financially stable. So with that, let's look at that list here. As you can see here, we got all these names here. Let's move this a little bit. All right. So as you can see here, these companies have got squeeze from short squeeze here. Look at the squeeze. There's a 1-day squeeze, 3-day squeeze, or a weekly squeeze, or a monthly squeeze. And also they got a high short ratio. At least the stocks on top here, they got nice and high short ratio. So you should take advantage of these names here. Look, whenever you see a squeeze in 1 day, 3 day, 1 week, a 1-day squeeze will last for a couple of days. Stock can go in the direction, and 3-day squeeze will last in the couple, say, 3-day increments here, and weekly squeeze will last for a couple of weeks. Monthly squeeze will last for a couple of months. The key is to look at what stock is doing in the short term here, 1 day, 5 day. If the stock is going higher in 1 day, 5 day, that tells you these stocks can create a nice squeeze for you. Stock like Callahan, MMAT, they have a tendency to go higher because there's a squeeze from TTM squeeze indicator, and there is also a high short ratio. Take a look at those names here. I like stocks like BRCX here, BioCryst, which is a good name here. It's got a weekly squeeze, and it's going higher. This tells you this stock can go higher for a couple of weeks because it's a weekly squeeze here. And as you can see here, we got a few more names. You could take a look at such names here. Look, we got few names with nice and high overall score here. Look, we got Kellogg here. Kellogg has a nice score. You could take advantage. And we got Omega, $30 stock here. Altman-Z score is a little lower, but it's got a daily squeeze. You could take advantage of that one too here. So that's how I play it. And also look at the monthly squeeze here. When there is a monthly squeeze and the stock is going higher in 1 day, 5 day, that tells you the squeeze can last for months. So those are the good ones to take advantage and buy some. Looks like we got some negative Altman-Z score here. You could avoid such names. But I like BCRX, which is a good one here. So with that, let's look at a few more here. Oh, before I go here, look, we got Match.com, which is a great one here to buy. Nice overall score and nice Altman-Z score also. And stock is trying to go higher. You could take advantage. Buy some Match.com here. That's a good one also. So with that, let's look at, okay, so let's conclude here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.